incredible food.
Hey fur friends, Catman here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to dedicate this to all of my Australian followers. I'm going to make an Aussie meat pie. This should be a lot of fun. Let's get cooking. So about the Aussie meat pie, I got a lot of questions. What's the difference? Well, the difference between an American meat pie and an Aussie meat pie, usually the Americans, a little less meat, a lot more vegetables. There's a lot of corn, potatoes, other things in there. Aussie meat pie is pretty basic. Just some meat, onions. I'm going to do carrots and mushrooms and stew it all up. Should be really good. Guys, and here are the ingredients. Minus Wolfie. Okay, so today I chose a top sirloin steak, really nice grass-fed Angus. This should be really good. This we're going to braise in a pan and bring out a lot of flavor. And most importantly, an onion. Some of the Aussie meat pies are strictly onion and meat, but I'm going with a few more vegetables today to give it a little extra added flavor. Carrots, just cut these up kind of small dice, not too fine, little bite-sized pieces. And mushrooms. I'm being a little lazy, so I bought the sliced ones already. I'll just give those a loose chop and that'll all go in too. And then we're going to top it with a puff pastry. And then that'll be the completion of the pie. And here's the ingredients for the gravy that we're going to use to spice up the meat pie. Okay, you're going to need a tablespoon of fresh garlic, or I like to use pre-prepared. It's really good. You're going to need a teaspoon of nutmeg, a tablespoon of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and a quart of beef stock. I like to use this that's a paste that you mix with water. I really like the flavor of this. I think it'll be a good addition to the meat pie. Okay, now I'm going to prep up the vegetables for the stewing part, and then we're going to get cooking. So let's start out with a few things here. All right, to start off, we're going to sear the beef. So first I'm going to take my beautiful little steaks here, and I'm going to cut them into quarters. And then we're going to salt and pepper these lightly. Just help bring out the beef flavor. Fresh ground pepper. Sort of pick up what else is left on there. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. And now I've got my pan really, really hot. And you're going to drop these in here. We're going to brown them on each side for just a couple minutes. Just do a few at a time. Okay, now the idea here is not to cook it all the way through, but just to get a nice sear on the meat, because this will give it a little extra flavor inside the meat pie. Now, with the pot, we're going to add a little bit of oil, And then toss in our hard veggies, our carrots and our onions. A couple tablespoons of olive oil. Something really nice. Teaspoon of nutmeg. A teaspoon of garlic. Get that all mixed up in there. And we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes. Just kind of brown the onions, soften up the carrots a little bit. Let that go for a bit. Okay, now it's been about 3 minutes. These are looking nice and good. I'm going to clear a spot in the middle and put in a tablespoon of tomato paste and a tablespoon of the vinegar. You really want to scrape the bottom and get all the meat chunks off to get all the flavor into the mix. Now I'm going to toss in the mushrooms. A couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. A quart of water for our beef broth. And a tablespoon of the beef broth paste that I use. You just buy a pre-made beef broth and dump it in there. It's a lot easier, but I like using this because I like the flavor I get off of it. Okay, now this we're going to have to let it bring to a boil. Add the meat in. Get all those yummy meat juices in there. Okay, this we're going to bring to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for an hour and a half. We're going to keep checking on it, adding water, because we don't want this to run dry, but we do want this to reduce down to a really nice gravy. So now I'm going to line the pastry dough, or the crust, into my pans while I'm letting the meat stew away. This is a pre-made puff pastry. I've got my little meat pie trays. And I've got something to cut them out with, which is just about the size of the pie trays. That's going to be the important part, is make sure that the circles you cut are about the same size. I'm going to spread out some dough here. Hi, Scoob. Need help too? Cut out your circle. Now here you're going to have to kind of stretch it into place. Not too much, you don't want to break it. We want to make sure that we can line this all the way to the top. Get all that good filling in there. Just kind of pinch the corner, pinch it up to the edge. Want to make sure we get up to the edge here. So when you put the top layer on, the top layer is going to seal it in. You're not going to have a meat pie mess inside your oven. Now I'm going to make the rest, and I'm going to put these in the refrigerator and let them chill until the meat filling's ready. All right, so this is nice and reduced down. It's a nice thick gravy. So what I'm going to do now is we have to shred the meat. So I'm trying to pull out just the chunks. These should be nice and tender and just fall apart good. Okay, now I'm going to put all this in a food processor. I have my little Ninja here. And we're going to pulse this just a couple quick times to sort of break this stuff up. We don't want to turn this stuff into a fine grind. We just want to chunk it up a little bit so it's sort of bite-sized pieces. That way it'll kind of absorb the gravy a little better. There we go. All right, then we're going to put all that back into the gravy. Now we can mix that all in. That's going to be really good stuff. Now let's fill the pie crust. Take our meat mixture and fill these up really good. You can mound it up a little bit if you like. What do you think, Wolfie? There we go. Pack that all down in there. Maybe next time I'll make my own crust. All right. Another circle, another circle. Lay that on top like that. Same over here. And kind of pinch that crust together a little bit. Give it sort of a classic pie look. Okay, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to put these in. It's always a good idea to use a cookie sheet or something just in case they boil over. All right. So now these are going to cook at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to lower the temperature to 350 and put it in for another 20 minutes to finally cook. And then it'll be done and ready to eat. I can't wait. Already smells really, really good in here. These are going to be awesome. Stay tuned. All right, timer's done. Let's see what they look like. Wow, that looks amazing. Crust really puffed up nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you next week, friends. Bye-bye.